In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a question answer website on WordPress. This method works completely on existing websites. So you can add a question answer section on an existing website. And if you're trying to build a new website, of course, this works as well. Now, if you're looking to build a website, then check out links in the description from promotions from Bluehost, SiteGround, and Hostinger, which offer great discounts on hosting and also give you free domain names. I'll also leave a link down in the description of the video I've recently done on how to build a website. And you can follow that video if you want to build your complete website. Then just take the lessons I'm going to show you in this video and build a question answer section on your website. So let's head to my screen. So this is my website right now, and it's a pretty decently built website already, but it doesn't have a Q&A section. So let me just first show you my website here. So if I click and open the site here, this is what you will see. This is a beautiful website, and you can see it's a home page built in and some other sections built out as well. Now, all we want to do is add a Q&A section. First, let me just close the other windows that I have open. And now what I'll do is we'll just install a plugin that is designed specifically to add question answers to your website. And the best part is it's a completely free plugin, no premium feature as well. So everything in the plugin is completely available to you if you just install it. So to do that, we'll go into plugins. We'll go to add a new plugin. And since it's a free plugin, it'll be available in the WordPress repository right here. So just go to the search option here and search for AnsPress. That's the name of the plugin, AnsPress. You can just call it an abbreviated version of AnsPress. And you can see this is the plugin here. It has 4,000 active installs. This is the plugin, a free question answer plugin for WordPress. So what I'll do is just click install now. Take a few seconds. Let's also activate it. So the plugin is now installed and activated. Now, what do we have to do first? Technically, you're already done because once you install the plugin, the functionality starts coming up on your website already. But of course, you need to understand how to configure the plugin and some other details as well. So let's head to the settings first. So now you can see here in this menu section, you can see the AnsPress setting here, and you can see all these options here. So what we'll do is hover over this and first go to the settings. Now inside the settings, you have to understand a few options. You don't have to configure a lot of them, but it's good to know some details about the options that we'll configure. Now, when you come here, what you'll notice is that I have a set of more features enabled, specifically in the features section, because I tested this plugin out. Now, what you want to do is first head to the features section right here, click on the star icon, and you'll see some features that are enabled and some are disabled. Specifically, I have enabled the email feature, the notifications feature, and the profile feature. There's some other plugins for this plugin as well. So you can enable the spam content enabling feature, or I say detection feature, syntax highlighter, CAPTCHA, buddy press, and some other as well. Now, I'm not going to mess with tags and categories because I'm assuming that your website will have just one category of questions, but you can enable this categories and tags if you want to organize your content or question answers better. So in this case, I can see the toggle features, email, notification, and profile features because I have these enabled. If you don't enable them, you won't see it here. But let me just go to the general settings first and tell you what things you need to be aware about. Now, inside the general settings, we'll see a bunch of options here. Let the page load. So we can see here, we have the options here. So the main important thing you need to realize is that the question answer section on your website will require creation of a few different pages. So a page dedicated to just asking questions so that people can submit questions, a page dedicated to just users, a page dedicated to, let's say, the archives and tags for the questions. And all of those pages have been created already. You don't have to worry about it. So the settings for that is actually here. So you can see the archives page, the ask page, user page, categories page, tags page, and activity page are already created. So you don't have to worry about them. You can, of course, edit them. So for example, let's go to the ask page where people can ask question. And if I right click and edit that page, you'll see it just basically has a short code on the page, nothing else. And you can add more content. Let's say you want to add some images, banners, something else. And then you can do that because it's built with a block editor and just a short code added on top. So as I was saying that this question page is just basically this and a simple short code added here. So if you wanted to, you can change the title of the page. You can add images, add more details, add a video, add some terms that people need to follow, some rules, and then add the short code. The page will still work. And that applies to every single page here. So that works with archive, ask, user page. these pages can be edited and they're already created. Now, just to give you an example again, if I actually view the page for the ask page, you'll see that it's already built for us. We don't have to do anything. And that's why I said technically you're done, because the functionality is already on your site now. So we have the ask a question, we have the title of the question, description, and you also have the option of private, so that we can only enable or private questions will only be visible to administrators and moderators. I'll tell you how the settings work. You can change visibility as well. And it also has a watermark here, basically kind of a watermark with link back to the site. And if you want to disable that, that's completely all right as well. You can just click here, hide author credits, and this will hide this link as well. So I'll leave that completely up to you if you want to hide this. For this video, I'm not going to touch that for now. Now, inside the same general settings, we also have permalinks. In this case, I'm just making you aware about these settings that, hey, the permalinks are here. So this is how the questions will look like. So this is the basic structure of the permalink. And this is the base page title for the question, search page, and author page. We don't need to mess with them. So this is all right. I just wanted to make you aware that, hey, if you wanted to configure this is here. Then you also have some layout options on how big the avatar should be for users and everything else. So you can basically customize these sections in the general sections. Now we have some other sections as well. So let's go quickly through them so you can understand how to basically configure the AnsPress or AnsPress plugin. So let's go to the posts and comments here. Now inside the posts and comments, we'll see a bunch of different settings again. Now, again, we don't need to check everything. The idea is that you should know that, hey, these are the settings where I can find certain things. So how many number of comments should be shown? If the question is duplicate, should the plugin check for it? Should you disable question suggestions? What's the minimal title length? Tags editor, answer editor. Some basic settings options here. And these are pretty self-explanatory. If you go through the settings, you'll understand what they do. But the idea is, hey, you should know that these are the features that are available. Similarly, if you go to user settings, we'll find a bunch of different settings as well. So let's quickly go through the user settings as well. And inside the user settings, you can configure which of the roles that are native to WordPress and also are added by AnsPress should be excluded from the activity page. So you can configure that here. I'll leave that up to you to decide. More importantly, user access control is actually very important, because this can completely change the experience of users when they visit your website. So it's important to configure this correctly and also understand these completely. So these three settings are the most important in my opinion. Who can read questions? Now, of course, if you want to get the maximum benefit from search engines and let's say visitors on the site, you want to be able to you would want non-logged in users, that means people who have not registered on your website, to be able to read questions as well. So the default setting is good enough. Who can read answers? Again, same thing. That means people who don't just visit your website for the first time, they don't have to register to get see answers on your site, which is important, right? Otherwise, there's a point of friction that you can add where users might not be interested in signing up to a new website just to read some answers. And then who can read comments as well. Now, all three are default options set to anyone, including non-logged in users, which is what I would recommend, unless you're creating a private forum sorts. And then in that case, you can change the settings. Then we also have posting permissions. Now, this is where something you need to be aware of. Who can post question is also set to anyone, including non-logged in users. So basically, if you want to control who can post questions, this is where you can control it. The default section is okay, I think, in the beginning, but if you get a lot of spam, you can change it to only logged in users, right? Then you can also say, hey, who can post answers? And the default option is only logged in users, which is important, right? So this is also a great setting here. Allow non-registered users to create an account by entering the email name in question. So once non-logged in users enter an email in the question section, when they type their email in, they can automatically be registered on the site. That's also an easy way to get people to register, and not including the point of friction where they have to register first and then ask questions. So basically, these are the most important settings, but then the next few settings are also important to know about. So you can see multiple answers, that, hey, people can post more than one answer. Allow the original author to answer as well. For example, let's say I post a technical question, but then let's say 3 days later, I found the answer. So you can control that, hey, if I can post the answer myself, or I will have to wait for someone else to answer. So these kind of questions are here. Then also you have the permissions for image upload. So logged in users can upload images as well. So basically, logged in users, that means who have signed up and are trying to answer questions, can upload images. And also people who are asking questions and are logged in can upload images, which is important. Then you have private posts, which I just demonstrated. So if you enable private posts, some questions can be private. That means only administrators and moderators will be able to see them. Then you have trashing and deleting questions, and then you have role editors as well. Now this is a very powerful feature, but a little power user feature. So basically, if you want to configure exactly what every single role on your website can or cannot do with AnsPress, you can configure this here. So you can add new roles, you can have moderator capabilities or basic capabilities, and then you can see that all the roles that have been created can be completely configured on what they can do. So if you just go here and say, hey, if someone's a subscriber, these are the capabilities that they have. And it's very well organized, I would say, basic capabilities and moderator capabilities. So you can do this. So vote up, vote down features, change status, edit question, new comments, everything else. So again, a very powerful functionality that's right in without having to say configure a lot of different things. Or I'd say it's also very easy to understand and follow what these settings actually mean. So basically, even with this free plugin, you can create a very well organized and well structured question and answer website. So that's all about the user access control. Then you have some tools and some other settings. But more importantly, what we'll have to do or we'll have to understand is setting up emails, because you want people to be reminded of that, hey, they asked this question and somebody has answered. So what kind of emails can go out and sent out? Let's go here in the email settings. And this is where we'll find it. By the way, if your website is brand new, your website might not be able to send emails at all without setting up SMTP plugin. So what I'll do is I'll just put a screenshot here of WP Mail SMTP, which is an SMTP plugin which you need to configure on your website if you want to send out emails from your website. So link will be in the description of the video as well. If you're trying to send out email, make sure to check out WP Mail SMTP, without which emails won't go out from your website. All right. So once again, in the email section here, I clicked on it and you can just come down here. And we can see some options here. So first of all, we can customize email templates. I'll show you that as well. But here we have administrator emails. So I blurred it out specifically, but this is the email where the notifications will be sent out from. So you can configure this here. Then what triggers or what events do emails go out? There's a bunch of them. So I would suggest that you take some time and configure them well. So questions, new questions, email sent to admin, new answer notification sent to admin, comment notification to admin, questions edited, answers edited, questions trashed, and answers trashed. So a lot of emails on for admins basically. So I would suggest that you make sure that you are ready for emails depending on how many users coming to your site. But it's important to understand that these are the features or these are the place that I can configure this. Then of course, user notifications also something you can configure. So users can be notified of new questions, new answers, new comments, edit questions, edit answers, answers selected. So that's also what you can do. Then you also have notifications. Basically, this is a feature that on most social media, you have a notification bar. Like on Facebook, you have that bell you can click, and on Instagram, you have the notification menu. This feature or AnsPress also has a notification feature, which I will demonstrate maybe later. But these are the features that you can configure that here. Then you also have profile options. So basically, user's profile. You can see all of these options here. Basically, on the user's page, people can see that, hey, these are the questions that users have asked, and these are the titles that or answers that users have given. So creating a nice experience for the user as well. Now, that's all for the settings. Now, if you want to configure the email templates, you can just go here in the email templates section as well. I'm not going to go deep into that, but the options still exist because there's so many features and every forum or every question on the website can be different. I don't want to spend 40 minutes just configuring different options here. You're smart enough to figure out these on your own because these are not technical in nature. It's basically, if you're creating a site, you should know, or you should have intuitively understood that, hey, this is how my website experience should be. So you can configure this very easily. If you have a specific question about a certain feature, you can leave that in the comments as well. All right. So as I said, basically the configuration option is just setting up the plugin, but technically our website is already live and the question answer functionality is already live. So let's go back to the pages section here. And inside the pages section, I'm going to open up all the pages for you. So you can see question page, answer page, or what I should do is let's open a question page. I'll open that in incognito window because I can sign up, or I say post questions without signing up. And I'll show you how the experience is like for visitors, or I say the administrator as well. So you can see how questions should be responded to. All right. So this is the ask page. So if I right click and open it in incognito window, incognito should open up. Let me just also resize the window properly. All right, so this is the page for asking the questions. So I'll ask a pretty simple question because everybody knows the answer, but I'll answer it anyway. So I'll just copy and paste the same title in the description as well. And is the question private? We can configure this and you can enter your name here and I'll submit this question. And the question is posted successfully. And now we can see the page already being built. And we can see here we have upwards and downwards questions waiting to be approved by the moderator. What time? So this is the page for how the questions will look like. So let's minimize this here. And now if I just go here and go to AnsPress, here we'll see a different notification, or at least we should see a notification here for a new question pop up that, hey, this notification has just, or this question has just been posted. And we can see it here, all questions. So if I go to all questions, I can see, similar to how we can moderate comments in WordPress, we can see that, hey, these are the questions that are coming. So we can see here, which is the best question to learn about WordPress or best YouTube channel to learn about WordPress. We have edit, quick edit, and view. So if I just right click and open it up, we can view the page as well. And now I can write the answer here. Let me click on it and I can say, so just posted it here and I can post this answer. And I can also upload the question here. And if I wanted to download, I can download as well. I can subscribe to this feed. I can see details, how many views this has. So depending on how many visitors view this page, we can see this answer. And as an administrator, we can also select that this is the right answer. So if you can configure this, you can just select this here. So we can archive, or basically if you click the gear icon, we have some options. We can delete specific answers. So spam, we can delete that. We can private it. We can moderate it. And if you want to select this, then the administrator can say, hey, this is the right answer for this question. So technical questions like there's a Stack Overflow, this is a very popular feature that people can vote that this is the right answer. So people can just go directly to that specific section and just like verify the answer. So all these features are completely available. By the way, as soon as I posted that question, because I was the only one posting the question, I also got an email already from the site. You can see the question is posted by Anonymous. I'll just blow it up on the screen. Basically, as an administrator, I got the email that, hey, somebody has posted a new question. And I also got an email from the site that, hey, my answer has been selected the best answer. So instantly, this feature already works in the plugin as well. So that's pretty powerful too. On a similar note, there's also a cool feature here where you can find and answer questions as an administrator. So if you're building a website where the admin answers most questions, there's a pretty cool interface here where you can use to find questions that have been asked and then answer questions. So for that, what you can do is you can see the menu here and you can go to the option called New Answer. And basically, this interface is meant for people who are answering questions or at least administrators. So what you can do is, if you have, let's say you have a ton of questions and you want to answer questions for a specific topic, you can start searching for it. So if I just type in WordPress, let's type in properly, right? So if I just search for this question, now since this is the one question, that's all I see here. But let's say if you have, let's say 25 questions, you can type a certain keyword and only those questions with those matching words will be filtered and you can decide which question you want to answer. So if the questions are very similar, you can answer them quickly. So if you click here on the select option, this will open up a similar interface to the classic editor in WordPress where you can answer that question. So this is how it looks like. Let's close this here. And what you can do is add the media here. You can edit the question and just type the answer in and just click the publish button and it will be published on the site. So you can either use the interface that I demonstrated, which is the visitor's view, or you can use the administrator view to answer questions as well. Pretty easy stuff if you ask me. So that's how you build a question and answer website in WordPress. Very easy stuff to do. And you can completely configure it to your heart's desire. So completely up to you how you want to set it up. If you still have any questions about AnsPress plugin or just any other WordPress doubts, then the comment box is open. Otherwise, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with someone who you think also has the same query. And make sure to subscribe once again. And you're watching Yuvraj from WP Beginner. I'll catch you in the next video very, very soon. Take care.